TBR Pong really doesn't like me this month. I'm scared. It's just not good. What just happened to my arm? Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have the video you have all been waiting for. It is my April TBR Pong. In case you missed it, last month I did start my own TBR game called TBR Pong, which is basically beer pong where I throw balls into cups and underneath the cups there is a prompt and I then fulfill that prompt with a book. But if you'd like to catch up on the series so far, I will link it above and down below. The first one, obviously, I go a little bit more into depth with the rules and everything, but of course you could also pick that up as we go on as well, so it is completely up to yourself, but I will link it for you just in case. This month I am a little bit terrified. It went really well for me last month, and if you remember, we have a little diagram where I have a cup forfeit, which basically means if I hit the same cup 3 times I then have to add on a successful throw, and I said that I would do that across videos, so I've kept the diagram from the last video as it is, which is like a 2 in the top cup and then I think there's like a little triangle underneath which is a 1 in all the other ones. So it's not looking good for me. I am going to say now, I'm going to put it out there, I think there's going to be at least 1 added throw this month. I'm just being like realistic, you know? It's gonna happen, I think. But nevertheless, I am very excited. Before we get into that, I shall just update you on how I got on with the last month's TBR, and to put it lightly, that was not well. So there were 5 books on my TBR, I did 5 successful throws, and of those 5 books, I have read 2. At the moment, we are on the 30th of March, so I have today and tomorrow, and there are 3 books left on my TBR. The first one is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, which I am currently on page 100 of. This one I may finish before the end of the month, so that's nice. However, I still have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo and Who I Was With Her by Nita Tyndall on my TBR, and I am about 99.99999% sure these will not get read before the end of the month. But that's fine. All that means is, if you watched my last month's TBR Pong, you will know I am on a book buying ban. So there will be no book buying for me this month, but to be honest, that is good because I have no money. So yeah, it's fine, it's fine. This is probably the best month that this could have happened, to be honest. So yeah, and it'll just force me to be good and not spend money that I don't have on more books that, as Branda would say, litter the house, and I do not need. So yeah, I think without further ado, we should just get into the throws for this month. But before I do that, if you could hit this video with a like, that would be hugely appreciated because it really supports my channel. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more bookish content from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and I also host weekly live reading sprints on my channel every Thursday evening at 7 PM GMT. Okay, so we are all set up. I have just replaced all the prompts that were on the cups at the end of the last month, so they're all the same. One thing I have had a couple of people say is it'd be good to show you the prompt that I'm putting onto the cup when I replace it, so I will do that from now on. I'll just show you the prompt, put it on, but try and not have a sneaky peek myself so that I don't know what to aim for. But yes, I have my diagram ready. These 4 here are a no-no, particularly this one, because this one is the one that's on 2, so we're trying to avoid that. But yeah, let's get on with the first throw. Okay, so attempt 1 at successful throw 1. Good start. Attempt 2 at successful throw 1. Yay! Final attempt at first successful throw. Okay, so that didn't happen last time. I'm scared. Basically, we decided that there is a throw forfeit, so if I miss 3 times, I have to add on a successful throw. So we are now on to 6 successful throws for the month, because I always start with 5. So my TBR just got 1 longer. Okay, so we are back to the first attempt at the first successful throw. Okay. Second attempt at first successful throw. Oh my god! Final attempt. The second time at first successful throw. I don't know whether to be happy or sad. Okay guys, so I got it in a cup, but I got it in the cup that was already on a number 2. So I might as well have just missed it because we've had to add a throw anyway. However, it does mean this cup will go back to 0. So that's nice. So for this one we have outfit. Okay, so I think that was basically the worst start I could ever have dreamed of. We now have to have 7 successful throws for the entire thing. This is not good. I go back to work this month, so if I couldn't complete my TBR on a month when I wasn't working, how am I supposed to complete a month plus 2 on a month that I am at work? But it's just not good. But anyway, for the first prompt we got outfit, which basically means I just need to match a book to my outfit. So I mean, I'm wearing grey, I'm wearing black. I'm gonna go for grey and black. So for this one I'm gonna go for the first book in the Skullduggery Pleasant series by Derek Landy. I know there's a lot of blue on here, but it is a lot of black, and like the main cover is grey as well, so we're going with it. And I think this will be a really fun read, and I think Spoops will be very happy to know that I'm reading it. So yes, I'm really excited to read this one. It says Stephanie's Uncle Gordon is a writer of horror fiction, but when he dies and leaves her his estate, Stephanie learns that while he may have written horror, it certainly wasn't fiction. Pursued by evil forces, Stephanie finds help from an unusual source, the wisecracking skeleton of a dead sorcerer. This just sounds like so much fun, and I think it'll be a good one to pop in there, probably for a fast read in my now month of 7 books. So that means on the diagram, the top one does go back to 0, which is nice. So I can hit that one another 2 times in this month and we'll be fine. Okay, and I'm just gonna choose a random prompt. There we go. Okay, so first attempt at second successful throw. Second attempt at second successful throw. Okay, so for this one we have phone a friend. So for the second prompt I got phone a friend. So what I'm going to do is right now I'm going to send Maddie from Book Browsing Blog a little voice note, and I'm going to send her a photo of a big pile of books that I have and just get her to choose one of them. I think that'll be the best way to do this. Hopefully she will reply fast. Okay Maddie, you're up. I just got phone a friend for TBR Pong, and also just to let you know it's not going well, so I'm going to send you a photo of some books, and I'd really love it if you could choose a nice one for me. Okay, thanks, bye. So we're just going to give her a little bit of time to reply to that, and in the meantime we're going to go on to the next throw. Just going to choose another random one. Let's just go for the one on top, which is this. Okay, first attempt at third successful throw. Okay, I seem to be getting better as we go, so that's nice. And for this one we have most recent buy. Okay, so for the next prompt I got most recent buy. So for this one I am so excited. The book that I have most recently purchased for myself was The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. If you've been watching my channel recently you will know that I have become a big fan of Lisa Jewell. I've only read one of her books, which was Invisible Girl, but I absolutely loved it, and I now have 3 other of her books in my collection, but this is the one that I've heard people raving about the most, so I've been really excited to get around to it. And it says, in a large house in London's fashionable Chelsea, a baby is awake in her cot. Well fed and cared for, she's happily waiting for someone to pick her up. In the kitchen lie 3 decomposing corpses. Close to them is a hastily scrawled note. They've been dead for several days. Who has been looking after the baby, and where did they go? That sounds great. I am so into thrillers at the moment. I think it's my favourite genre at the moment. Like, I love them and I read them so fast, so this will definitely be good to have on my TBR now that I've got more books on it. So yes, really excited to get around to this one. And I am going to switch this up for this one. Okay, first attempt at 4th successful throw. Second attempt at 4th successful throw. What just happened to my arm? Final attempt at 4th successful throw. Okay, I've gone for the same cup again. That's not great. But for this one we have Own Voices, which you will have just seen. Okay, so for the next prompt we got Own Voices, and for this one I'm actually going to pick up an audiobook. Again, if you've been watching my channel recently, you'll know I've been trying to get into audiobooks more often. I've been going for walks and really enjoying listening to audiobooks while I do that. So I know on Scribd there is the wonderful, as I've heard, book Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. So I really want to pick that one up, and that's what I'm going to pop on my TBR for Own Voices. In terms of the blurb, it says Corey Fields is dead. When Enchanted Jones wakes with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night, no one, the police and Corey's fans included, has more questions than she does. All she really knows is this isn't how things are supposed to be. Corey was Enchanted's ticket to stardom. Before there was a dead body, Enchanted was an aspiring singer, struggling with her tight-knit family's recent move to the suburbs while trying to find her place as the lone black girl in high school. But then legendary R&B artist Corey Fields spots her in an audition, and suddenly her dream of being a professional singer takes flight. Enchanted is dazzled by Corey's luxurious life, but soon her dream turns into a nightmare. Behind Corey's charm and star power hides a dark side, one that wants to control her every move, with rage and consequences. Except now he's dead and the police are at the door. Who killed Corey Fields? All signs point to Enchanted. I've heard it's a great Own Voices book, and also it sounds like a really good premise as well. Very intriguing, probably quite fast paced, and one that I can really get into my little zone with when I'm out on a walk. So that's what we're going for. And we're going to switch it up for this one. Okay, first attempt at 5th and what should be final successful throw. Okay, this one only had 1 in it, so we're safe. And we have Big Book. TBR Pong really doesn't like me this month. For that prompt, I got Big Book. So I have to choose a big book, basically. For me, Big Book is like 500 pages and over, I'd say, so that's what we're going to go for. So for this one, I'm going to choose From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have been dying to get around to this for a while, so I'm kind of happy it's on my TBR. I'm just going to have to try and read it as fast as I possibly can. And this one is about 500... oh no, it's 600 pages. It's over 600 pages, so yeah, this is a big book. This one follows a character called Poppy, who is a maiden who is never to be touched, never to be looked upon, never to be spoken to, and never to experience pleasure. Waiting for the day of her ascension, she would rather be with the guards, fighting back the evil that took her family, than preparing to be found worthy by the gods. But the choice has never been hers. It says the entire kingdom's future rests on Poppy's shoulders. Then I think she starts to fall for a guard that she's not supposed to, and she has like desire for him, which she's not supposed to feel. And then yeah, stuff happens. This is a really long blurb, and it's also a really long book, so I'm not entirely sure of the full premise, but it sounds exciting. Everyone is raving about it. It sounds fun. I heard it's quite info dumpy to start with, but then once you get into it, it is a lot of fun and a little bit smutty as well. So yeah, excited for that one. Okay, and we're gonna do a little switcheroo for this one. Okay, first attempt at 6th successful throw. It's okay, it's okay. Second attempt at 6th successful throw. Not even funny. It's not even funny anymore. Third and final attempt at 6th successful throw. Oh, that was safe. Whew. So for this one we have blue cover. Okay, for the next one we got blue cover, which is perfect to be honest, because if you don't know, over the last few months, well at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, me and a few of my friends, Maddie, Ro, Katie and Spoops, all hosted a Dosab along, which was the Daughter and Smoke and Bone read along. We read one book each month and did a live show at the end of it, and now we're moving on to Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. So for this one I can add Strange the Dreamer to my TBR, which I need to read this month anyway for the live show, so that worked out well. I think most people probably know the premise of Strange the Dreamer by this point, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. So it says, since he was 5 years old, Laszlo Strange has been obsessed with the mythical lost city of Weep, but it would take someone bolder than he to go in search of it. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself in the person of a hero called the Godslayer and a band of legendary warriors, and he has to seize his chance or lose his dream forever. What happened in Weep to cut it off from the world? What did the Godslayer slay that went by the name of God? And what is the mysterious problem he now seeks help in solving? The answers await in Weep, but so do many more mysteries, including the blue-skinned goddess who visits Laszlo's dreams. I am so excited for this one. People rave about this book. This is quite a few people's favourite book of all time, so I have very high expectations. I also know it might be more of a difficult read for someone who is just getting into fantasy again properly, because I think this one's supposed to be a lot more complex than her other books. Nonetheless, I am really excited for it. I've heard it is beautiful. I love Laini Taylor's writing. Like, she quickly became one of my favourite authors on reading the Daughter Smoke and Bone series. Her writing is just beautiful, and I'm really hoping I'm going to see that again in this one. And we're gonna switcheroo that up for this one. I've lost the ball again. Okay, first attempt at hopefully final successful throw. Second attempt at please final successful throw. Okay, so for our final prompts, we have standalone. Okay, so for the final prompt, we got standalone, which is very nice. For this one, because I have so many books on my TBR, some bigger ones that are going to take a while, I have chosen to go for a middle grade. So I'm going to go for Me, My Dad and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. I have been dying to read this one because, again, everyone is raving about it and talking about how amazing a book it is. It follows Archie, who knows two things for certain. My mum and dad kind of hate each other, and they're keeping a big secret from me. All Archie wants is for them to be a happy family again, but then he overhears Dad's secret and his dream is blown apart. When a colourful flower falls out of Dad's pocket, Archie thinks he may have found the answer. Only problem, the answer might just lie at the end of the rainbow. This just sounds beautiful. Like, it sounds like such an amazing read. I think I'm really gonna love it. Probably get quite emotional reading it, and it just sounds like a really important read as well, especially in the form of a middle grade. I think it's such a wonderful idea to explore themes like this in here, so yeah. I can't wait to sit down with this one. And I will just do a final switcheroo so that this one is ready for next month. And we will go for this one. Okay, so going back to the phone a friend prompt, I think Maddie must be somewhere important, like a meeting or something, probably working, unlike myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in one of my like book Twitter group chat type things, in the Disabalong/Strangealong group chat, and whoever replies first can choose my book for this month. So here we go. Guys, I got Phone a Friend for TBR Pong. What am I reading? Okay, and hopefully one of them will reply quickly. You know when you're like sitting there just like wait, oh, we have a person, we have a spoops. There we go. We have a chosen one. Basically, there are now 2 books on my TBR chosen by Spoops in a way, and 2 that she'll be very happy about, so that's good. But she has chosen Loveless by Alice Oseman, which I'm so excited about. This is a very good choice by her, so well done Spoops, well done. I'm really excited to read this one. I've been wanting to read it for so long. As I have said before, I love the Heartstopper series with all of my heart, but I've not read any of Alice Oseman's prose books. This will be my first one, and I think it's a lot of people's favourites, so I'm buzzing. This one follows Georgia, who has never been in love, never kissed anyone, never even had a crush, but as a fanfic obsessed romantic, she's sure she'll find her person one day. As she starts university, Georgia makes a plan to find love, but when her actions wreak havoc among her friends, she questions why romance seems so easy for other people, yet not for her. With new terms thrown at her, asexual, aromantic, Georgia is more uncertain about her feelings than ever. Is she destined to remain loveless, or has she been looking for the wrong thing all along? I can't wait to read this one. I think it's going to be such an emotional but entertaining and important book, and it'll be the first book that I ever read that has any sort of asexual representation in it, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So there we have it. That is my TBR for the month. We have these lovely bad boys and also Grown by Tiffany Jackson, which is the audiobook. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting month. I was not ready to have 7 books on my TBR, but it'll be fine. I can totally do that. I have faith. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then do please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more bookish content from me, comment down below with any of your thoughts and feelings, and I will see you in my next one.